All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your internet pilot tonight on this here episode of the No BS Flight Sim Show. Yes, sir. No glasses tonight. No scarf. No pilot scarf. My Audi pilot scarf. We going to rock it tonight with the robe, this oversized Medicare shirt, my Xbox controller. I got the Fenix Simulator EFB pulled up on my iPads. We are good to go. We are creating recreating a real flight from real life. We had one of our new subscribers reach out and ask for an Airline flight from Colombo to the Maldives. So that's what we are doing. This is a real flight. Airline or Sri Lanka 115. These from Colombo. Vector Charlie Bravo India, and goes to the Maldives. So that's what we're doing. We have our Sri Lankan airplane here. The identification for the livery that you can download is pretty close to the ID in real life here. So here we have 4 Romeo Alpha Bravo Lima. In real life, it is 4 Romeo Alpha Mike Bravo. So we have Airline 115. Yeah, man. So we go and jump in this here. I haven't flown the Fenix in a while. I'm looking forward to this. Fenix is a very special airplane, Fenix. That's for sure. All right. It's going to be kind of fun flying with a X-Class controller. I haven't done that in a while on like a real flight. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, bitch. Yes, sir. All right, let's go ahead and we might even use GSX tonight. We might even use GSX. 623. Ooh, Michael Jordan. 11, 24, 8, 9. Yeah, let's say Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan gate. All right. Let me go ahead and pull up OBS's. Okay, that's good. Let's turn on GSX. As soon as I finish logging into Fenix. There we go, Fenix. Thank you very much. Get our banner up. We have our game audio. We have GSX's audio. Hey, man, don't be cutting out on me, screen. Don't be doing that shit. All right, music. Music's not on yet. Now you guys, now we have music. All right, very good. And let's jump into this per airplane. Now remember, this is the airplane where we can actually spin the fan blades, which is dope as fuck. So dope, dude. Oh my God, this is one of my favorite things to do. It's been a minute. Let's come over here and grab this. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. All right, hang on. I got to do one thing. I forgot to put GPU-Z on. I got to do a couple of things here. 1 second. I don't think I have GPU-Z on yet. No, I do not. All right, let me get GPU-Z on. Then we got to get AUTO FPS running. We got to get Sky Dolly running. Hello. What's up, Brian? How you doing, my friend? How's your Wednesday going? Hump day! I used to love that commercial with the camel. Y'all remember that Geico commercial from back in the day? It was like, Mike, Mike, Mike. Ooh, Ashley Tervort. And Reddit. Reddit got some. If you're thirsty, you can go to Reddit and quench your thirst pretty quickly. All right, we need to go AUTO FPS. Come on, computer, stop being a cuck. All right, AUTO. Nope. AUTO. There we go. AUTO FPS. Doing well. Doing well. Feeling good today. Good day at work. You know. Weather's getting nicer. Ate a good dinner. Work was decent today. A pain in the ass. Work's always a pain in the ass, but you know, it was a decent day. How was your day, buddy? All right, let's start recording. And then we also need to get Sky Dolly recording as well. All right, let me bring up my frames per second. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ground power connected. I'm probably going to use GSX. I'm thinking about it. I haven't used GSX in so long. But, man, there's a lot of bugs on this windshield. Good Lord, somebody need to clean this shit off. What are you apologizing for, buddy? Nothing to apologize for. Your day was amazing? Well, that's definitely better than mine. My day was not amazing. It was good. It was good, but it wasn't amazing. All right, let's see here. We have Phoenix. It's going to be late, probably. Yeah, I can readjust that in the system. All right, ground services. GPU, that's fine. We can put the air cart there as well. Okay, let's get the batteries turned on. Battery 1 and 2, and external power. All right, then we'll get GSX pulled up here in a minute. Let me let's see here. Nav. This flight's, I think, like an hour and 15 minutes in the air. It's not really a long flight. I was surprised when I was asked to do it. I was like, all right, it's probably going to be like a 4-hour flight, but it's only like an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, let's initialize our flight plan here. Come on, there we go. Pre-departure clearance. We are at gate 23. We don't have ATIS yet. We'll have to get that here in a minute. All right, let's get GSX rolling here. Let me get them pulled up here in the menu.
Refueling truck is on its way.
They turned up all the way. Let's see here, GSX.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
No problem, bitch. I got you. I got you, baby. I got you, baby. Is it still Alt-Z? Nope, that's the wrong command. Is it Control-Z? Nope, not Control-Z. Is it Shift-Z? It's not Shift-Z. What the? Is it Alt-A? Damn, what was the thing for GSX? The command. I knew it was something Z. Oh, we'll request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Thought it was Alt-Z, Control-Z. Oh, all right. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. All right, let's go to mass and balance. Okay, load aircraft. All right, there we go. GSX. Complete. All right, very good. Complete now. All right, let's try to find out what ATIS is. Let's see if we can get that on here. I don't think we're going to be able to.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
All right, no worries. I got you. All right, departure. Yeah, see, I don't use VATSIM, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. That's right, we can always call SayIntentions. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I don't think I, you know what? Give me 1 second here. I don't think I actually pulled the flight plan into my computer. Give me 1 second so I can... I always like to pull these into the tablet. The flight plan, I always like to pull it into the game tablet. Okay. Let's get it pulled into this tablet here first. And then we'll get ATIS.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay, that's good enough. Let's go back here and go to SayIntentions.
Passengers boarding started.
All right, 127.2. Don't hear anything. There's nothing coming in on there. Wonder if the radio's working. Let me test the radio. Testing radio comms 1 2 3 testing.
Desired fuel quantity.
This is what the ATC audio sounds like.
All right, so maybe ATIS is not working.
This is what yours sounds like.
Testing radio comms 1 2 3 testing. Oh yeah, I gotta go fuel. All right, let's see here. Configure fuel. We have total of 8173. $81.71. Okay, fuel's done. Me too, dude. I love these aircrafts. Oh, that'd be cool, man. A 787 Dreamliner flight. I like that, man. I haven't flown a Dreamliner. Dude, it's been so long since I've flown a Dreamliner, man. I would love to fly that. Yeah, I can do that flight next. Yeah, that'll be fun, man. Okay, let me bring up, so we don't know what ATIS is. I wonder if I can still get departure clearance without knowing the ATIS code. Let me try this here. Let me pull up Navigraph and just see if ATIS is on here. I doubt it will be for this area of the world. Let's see here. Oh, that's the wrong airport. That's Cairo. That's from last night. Okay, let's see what they're saying here. ATIS, open airport, weather. Okay, there we go. So ATIS is working. I wonder why we couldn't hear it. On 27.2. Let me see here.
And hold short instructions.
Oh, there we go.
Advise on initial contact you have information echo.
Okay, information echo. Let's try to get ATC clearance. Request. I know, wrong menu. All right, pre-departure clearance. We have information echo. And then station is VCBI. All right, let's see if this will pop up on this unit here. All right, we should be loading. If it's not loading, we can force it to load. Let's get the APU turned on so we can get ready and get clearance and back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome. SriLankan Airlines, Flight 115, heading to Malay International Airport. This is your lead flight attendant, Sean Williams, along with my
Sean from Brooklyn.
Tony, Maria, and Blake, all hailing from the great city of New York, where the pizza's hot and the bagels are fresh. You know what I mean?
That's right, hot pizza and fresh bagels. You know it, Deshaun. All right, let's see if we got any messages.
Enjoy the flight, folks.
I don't think we did, but let's see here. Oh, it does both at the same time. All right, well, that sucks. Oh, look at that, pre-departure clearance. No shit. All right, and maybe it'll work. If it works, we'll get a little ringy up here. All right, so we're looking at the 1010 for our UNH here. All right, APU is on. We can disconnect. All right, let's get rid of ground services. We'll wait until we're done loading up before we remove the chocks and all that. There's a lot of cool things you can do on the outside of the airplane. We didn't even do that tonight. You could open up the fuel bay and turn on the fuel pumps yourself, like to load the fuel, open up the fuel valves. You can open up the cargo doors. There's a lot of cool shit you can do in this airplane. All right, I'm getting tired of waiting for ATIS. We'll just go ahead and contact clearance ourselves. I guess it's not going to work, which makes sense. I mean, we kind of need VATSIM to do a lot of that shit. Even though we have HOKEY and SayIntentions, it's still not the same. All right, let's contact clearance ourselves. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize it would put the intercom there. All right, ground, let's do 121.9. Batterniki ground, Sri Lanka 115, requesting IFR clearance to Maldives. We have information echo.
Number 1. SriLankan 115. Cleared to mail via the Lelur 2 Delta departure, then as filed. Runway 4, initial climb to 4000. Departure on 132.4. Squawk 3235.
Cleared to Male via the Lao 2 Diego departure, then is filed. Runway 4, initial climb to 4000. Departure 132.4. Squawk 3235. Airline 115. God, dear, here it is right here. We should have just waited. Damn it. It's right here. Let's hit the button. Yeah, blue button. Yeah, more buttons to push. I love pushing buttons. Yeah, I like pushing buttons. All right, let's get briefing plan up here so we can finish loading this. Nice. I love when this works properly. So dope. All right, we're just gonna leave it there and just look at it. All right, let's see here. Our cost index is 5. Let me get a better look at this. Cruising is 36,000. Okay, wind request. Flight plan, we have runway 4, I believe he said, right? Three, 2, 3, 5. Okay, 3, 2, 3, 5. Runway 4. All right, so we sent that back. Let's get our VCBI. There we go. Departure. Runway 4. Law 2 departure. There we go. Law 2. Okay, and then for our approach, we should be looking at the HOKEY 1A. 36. I think I did ILSX. I wanted to say it was. Yeah, that's it. ILSX. And we have the HOKEY 1A arrival. Or 1B, I guess. They'll probably vector us anyways. Alright, flight plan is imported. Let's get all of our takeoff weights and shit done, and then we'll back up and get out of here. So, mass and balance. Alright, send that to the MCDU. Let's go here, let's go to departure. Sync load sheet. Sync live. Calculate. Send to the MCDU, and all this should now be put in here. So let's go to performance. Very good. Initialization looks good. All right, let's get clearance for pushback. Let's see here. What's the name of the airport we're at? Colombo. I'll just call it Colombo. Colombo ground, Airline 115 requesting pushback and engine start clearance.
SriLankan 115, pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Hang on, I need to program a button real quick. Hang on one second. I need this for cameras. Let's see here, camera. There we are. Excellent. All right, let's call for pushback here. I think I can get GSX to do this. Oh, charts. Hang on, let's get this set up first. All right, that's close enough. All right, Phoenix, ground services, chocks and cones. All right, connect tug. And I'm sorry, he said face which way? Let me see what it says here. I have it on my tablet here. Face southwest, so we need to face that way. That doesn't make sense. We gotta face that way. What are they talking about? Bunch of trolls. All right, let's let's get the parking brake off. Let's go ahead and turn fuel pumps on.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard SriLankan Airlines Flight 115, heading to Malay International Airport. We're looking at an estimated flight
Tax
time
off.
of about 65 minutes, so sit back and relax. Now, safety demonstration A. It's got some important info, even if you're a frequent flyer. First up, fasten your seatbelts like this. Pull it tight and click it in. Keep it fastened when the seatbelt sign is on. Please return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position. And open those window blinds for takeoff. Mobile phones need to be in flight mode.
Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
larger devices
the
should be
cabin
stowed
crew
away.
has closed.
Smoking, including e-cigarettes, is a no-go anywhere on board. If drop down. Pull one towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Life vests are under your seats. Put them on only after leaving the aircraft. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which might be behind you. In case of an evacuation, leave your belongings behind and follow through instructions. If any of your devices get hot or start smoking, let us know right away. Check out the safety card in your seat pocket for more details. Thanks for your attention and enjoy the flight.
Strap, pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask
Yeah, we'll hear it.
before helping others. If we land on water, take a life jacket from under your seat. Remove from the pouch and put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate the life raft. When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate,
I think it's on all the way.
popping up below.
Yep. All right, let's see here. We'll hear the engines here pretty soon when we are cruising. Yeah, yeah, we kind of missed the startup part of it. Okay, so we got that. Let's put our flaps down to 1. Or does this not do flaps now? Hang on. I don't use my controller too often on here. Let me type in flaps. Oh, it's RB. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, let's put the spoiler up. That all looks good. Let's turn the weather system on. Okay, that all looks fine. So turn pack on. APU bleed off. APU off. Everything else looks good here. Let's get clearance for taxi. Oh, we have a company message. Hang on a second. Load sheet, accept. I wonder if I can still pull this up on, well, I'll do that later. I'll pull up. I think I can pull up this tablet on my tablet. Let me see if it's actually working. That's such a cool feature. Oh yeah, look at that. MCDU. Oh no shit. That's cool. I can pull up the MCDU and work it from here. Dude, that's pretty fucking dope, Inabuilds. Not Inabuilds. Sorry. Oh my god, I didn't mean to ruin my experience with Fenix. It's not Inabuilds. This is better than Inabuilds. All right, how do I get this posted? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. Colombo ground, Sri Lanka 115, requesting taxi clearance to runway 04.
SriLankan 115, runway 04 taxi, via Papa, Echo.
Taxi runway 4 via Papa Echo, Sri Lanka 115. Okay. So we are going to be heading off that way. All right, let's auto brake max. Contact the cabin crew. And let's do our test for takeoff. We should be okay. Yep. All right, park and brake off. And we can taxi out. We should test the flight controls to see if they're working. All right, they work. Oh, we never put our taxi lights on. Oh my God, we should probably start over. Holy shit, we failed the mission. Yeah, Tango, Papa, that kind of thing. Yeah, the NATO alphabet. I know it like 99% of the way. I use it during the day at work most of the time, but sometimes I mess up. But yeah, I'm fairly familiar with it. Fred Herbert sending me text messages on Discord. What's up, Fred Herbert? That's a hell of a park job right there. You just blocking in that Sri Lankan. What's that, an A330 maybe? They need to get Boeing out of here. There's no Boeings that land here. It's all Airbuses. It's all Airbuses. Get them junky old 737s out of there. All right, did they give us altitude? Like climb to, okay, initial climb is 4,000. And let me see here. What time is it now? Let's make it like a sunrise kind of thing. Yeah, something like that. I like that. And let's make sure we have live weather on. We do.
SriLankan 115. Contact tower on 118.7.
They should be on. Hang on, I'm not looking at the game right now. Hang on one second. But yeah, they should be on. Say intentions. Let me drop that down a little bit. Contact tower 118.7, Sri Lankan 115. Yeah, I mean they're let me put the park and brake on real quick. They should be on. I didn't put the strobe light on yet. Yeah, beacon light was on. I didn't turn the runway light on, but it's okay. All right, let's tell the cabin crew to sit down. Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff. Sri Lanka Tower, Sri Lanka 115, holding short runway 04, ready for departure. They're not Sri Lankan Tower, by the way. Let's hope they don't get mad. They might be getting mad. They might be getting to write me up. All right, let's see here. Colombo Tower, Air Lanka 115, holding short runway 04, ready for departure.
SriLankan 115, Colombo Tower, runway 04, wind 120 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
All right, let's go. It feels kind of like cheating using a Xbox controller in a way. It's so much easier than using a flight deck. It's so much more compact.
Approaching runway 4.
Sweet. Me too, dude. Me too. All right, let's put the clock on. All right, we're officially on the clock. Now we got to roll.
Runway 4 remaining. 10,800 feet.
Toga power set. Airspeed is alive. .100 knots. B1. Positive rate. Gear up.
SriLankan 115, contact departure on 132.4.
Contact departure on 132.4, Sri Lankan 115. All right, I'll worry about that in a second. Let me contact departure. Sri Lanka departure, I'm sorry, Colombo departure, Sri Lanka 115, climbing through 3,000 feet for flight level 360.
This is what you see on your downline.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right, I'll contact them in a second. I'm sorry. Colombo departure, Sri Lanka 115, climbing through 3,000 feet for flight level 360. All right, flaps up. Yeah, 132.4. I wonder why it didn't switch. That's weird. All right, I'll switch it here. Colombo departure, Air Lanka 115, climbing through 5,000 feet for flight level 360.
SriLankan 115, Colombo departure, radar contact, climb flight level 120.
Climb, flight level 120, Air Lanka 115. All right, we are on our way. We'll come back after the flight and get some takeoff shots.
Direct to 2, then as filed, please.
Director 22, then is filed. Air Lanka 115. Why can't I move? What the fuck is going on here? Why can't I move now?
SriLankan 115, climb flight level 240.
Yeah, I can't move. What? Climb flight level 240, Sri Lanka 115. Yeah, I can't move from this position. I'll figure it out in a second here. That's really strange. Something told me I shouldn't have used my Xbox controller tonight. Okay, that works. I'll check it out in a moment. That is really weird. Like, I can't move my camera. It's been the same controls for a long time now. Like, there's no reason this should not be working. Unless the game is just trolling me. Yeah, LB. Yeah, LB. Yeah, translate. Yep. Translate up or down. Okay, toggle cockpit. Okay, and where is... Yeah, this all should work.
Dear guests, we're now flying.
Lima Victor Tango Zulu November, direct short final. Cleared for the ILS runway 04 approach. Descend and maintain altitude 1500 feet until established.
Thanks for flying with Sri Lankan.
Cleared for the ILS 04 approach. Lima Victor Tango Zulu, November.
Yeah, like I can't even move with this mouse. So I must have did something. So I can't even move with this right now.
SriLankan 115, climb flight level 2900.
Climb flight level 290, Sri Lanka 115. Yeah, it's weird. Like I can't even like... Fucker. Ah, there we go. I can finally move now. What the fuck was going on there? I could not move at all. Like I was locked in. Whatever, dude. Whatever, Phoenix. We don't have that problem with Captain Sim. That's much better than Phoenix, Captain Sim. Right? Just kidding. Just kidding, Phoenix. We all know you guys are the best. Alright. I have no idea what a landing at this airport looks like. Let's just take a quick look. So, oh wow, that's a little landing spot. My goodness. Alright, we should be okay. It's just a runway. It's no big deal. Oh, there's our airplane right there.
SriLankan 115, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Sri Lanka 115. Thank you for the kind words, my friend. Thank you for saying that it was a beautiful takeoff. We almost rolled over, but other than that, I think it was a pretty good takeoff myself. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, 340. Let's plug that in. All that wind noise, I hope that's not from no, it's not from an app. All right. All right, there's the island we're just leaving. Goodbye, Sri Lanka. See you next time. Bye. Bye, Sri Lanka. This is such a fun airplane to fly. It really is. Oh my God, they're hitting me up on Kick. They helped Mr. Beast get to, oh my God, we need to get these guys. Oh my God, let's see what they say. This streamer just won 100,000 from Mr. Beast. Go spam his chat. Yeah, let's do it, guys.
SriLankan 115, climb flight level
Get
360.
the fuck out of here. Climb, flight level 360, Air Lanka 115. All right, so we got clearance to get up to our cruising altitude. That is a lot of wind noise that you can hear, though.
SriLankan 115, contact Colombo control on 124.9er.
Contact Colombo Control 124.9er, Air Lanka 115. We should be connected. Colombo Control, Air Lanka 115, climbing through 4,000 feet for flight level 360. I hope that's correct. Hey, that's pretty close.
SriLankan 115, Colombo Control identified. Good morning.
What's up, babe? You want to come on down to the Hilton later? We partying like it's 1999. I thought this thing had a sunroof for a second. I was like, that is dope. I love having my Airbus with a sunroof on it. No! No, what the fuck? There must be an autopilot disconnect or something with one of these movements that I'm doing here. That's the only explanation I have. Ooh, they got a hatchet down there. Look at that. Wow. Crack axe. That's what I'm talking about, baby. How do we get bugs on the side of the windows? They must have some huge bugs down there in Sri Lanka. Look how pretty that looks. Sometimes this game is really amazing looking, that's for sure. Very cool. We can get METAR information here. That's pretty cool, man. Well, it's a funny story how you ask how I chose this corner of the world here. I had a dream last night, and in that dream, the owner of Fenix Sims said, Greg, tomorrow night when you get off work, we need to fly from Sri Lanka to the Maldives. Don't ask any questions, just do it. No, I'm good. There was a new subscriber reached out to me asking me to do it. He reached out a couple of days ago. I said, sure. I said, let me look into it. I'll find a flight. There's a real world flight, plenty of them, that go from Colombo to Sri Lanka. I'm sorry, from Colombo to the Maldives. So yeah, so that's how we came to do this flight. Sometimes I'll do requested flights if somebody wants to see it enough. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And a gentleman earlier asked us to do a flight from, I think, Kenya to Nairobi in the Dreamliner, so we'll have to find a good livery for that. Might have to get on flightsim.to for that one, but we'll get there. It's such a good airplane. I feel guilty that I'm using an Xbox controller with this thing. I feel like I should have not been so lazy and just brought out my flight unit tonight. I didn't really feel like setting it all up. I didn't feel like sliding it 10 feet. To be honest, I'm that fat and lazy sometimes that I just did not feel like sliding it over 10 feet. It's right there. It's right there. I can see it. I just didn't feel like sliding it over. I have little coasters on the rubber feet underneath of it, so it makes it easy to slide. I don't want to slide rubber all over the hardwood floors. All over the hardwood floors. Very good. Yeah, the alternate airport is all the way up here, by the way. So if for some reason, I guess this flight had to turn around, it would fly and then go all the way up here. So you have to carry almost as much fuel for that part of the trip that you do for the rest of the trip. Look, pilot. We have actually more. The trip is only 3104. Reserve and alternate is 4423, and reserve I usually put an extra 30 minutes of weather. I'm sorry, extra 30 minutes of ATC fuel and an extra 10 minutes of weather. I didn't do that today, so we just have the regular FAA domestic as an optional sim brief, and then the regular contingent. But give me. We are almost at our cruising altitude. Still got plenty of bugs on the windshield. Pretty soon they're going to come around and ask me if I want something to drink. Tonight we're on PC. Yeah, I did Xbox last week. We tried doing the new. What airplane was it that we tried out that it couldn't handle? I went off on the motherfucker too. I just flew it the last 3 days in a row. The TriStar. Sorry, getting old. The mind's going sometimes. Yeah, I tried to fly the TriStar on Xbox. I just could not get it to work. It's a shame. I do like Xbox a lot. Yeah. Up until the TriStar, I've really not had an issue using the Xbox for pretty much anything. For Microsoft 2024. 2020, I used to have some issues with on Xbox. Even running a Series X, I would have, flights that would just stop all of a sudden, or freeze right in the middle, or the screens would shut off. That was a big thing for a while. The screen shutting off a couple of years ago when Microsoft 2020. I wound up downloading an app. I want to say it was from Parallel 42. I think it was them. They came out with an app where you can kill some of the screens inside the airplane to help with, all the different settings. And when I was in the TriStar, I even turned all the settings down to low, all the graphic settings, all down to low, turned photogrammetry off, turned off live weather, and man, I still cannot get that thing to work. It was terrible. The tablet would shut off. And for some reason, whenever that would shut off, it would kill the APU, it would turn the battery off, so it was like... Yeah, I tried for a while to get that thing to work. I just could not get that thing going. We don't have too much farther to go, to be honest. We're just finishing up our departure. Actually, no, I'm sorry. TELIG is the end of our departure. HOKEY is the beginning of our arrival. So, like I said, we don't really have that far to go. Quick little trip, which is good for a Wednesday night. I like quick little trips on Wednesday nights. I don't usually stream on Wednesday nights. Usually Wednesdays I get fat. I like to when I get off early, I like to make a good dinner and just go veg out on YouTube videos. Watch Kino Casino, get caught up on how retarded Andy is. He is really a bad co-host. He really is. He's the fucking worst. He may have been good at one point, but he just sucks lately. Get caught up on my detracting of DSP. We got to make sure we get on Kick later and send plenty of nasty grams his way because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, usually Wednesdays night I just go chill out early, get caught up on TV and YouTube. But I wanted to get this done. Okay, I don't really know which one of these we're going to do. Probably X is what I was thinking. I think it's X that I have in here. Yeah, X gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. It wasn't X. It was could have been W. Nope. Yep. This is the one. So we are looking at an elevation of 7 feet. We have 1099. All right, well, we'll see what they choose for us. We'll see what SayIntention gives us for our arrival tonight. Did I start recording Skydollar? Yes, I did. It's a little late now to go back and start recording if I messed up. All right, SayIntentions. Let's live map. Airport lookup. Sean is so soft-spoken, man. You from Brooklyn, man. Speak your voice, dude. Oh, from Brooklyn, you're supposed to be loud. Remember the old dirty bastard? He was loud. He was from Brooklyn. He was actually from the Brooklyn Zoo. He was a little different. He wasn't from just Brooklyn. He was from the Brooklyn Zoo. Shame on you when you step the old dirty bastard Brooklyn Zoo. Shame on you when you step into the old dirty bastard Brooklyn Zoo. All right, not much longer, 172 miles. Let's see, do they say anything about our landing yet? Or our arrival? Probably not. Nope, not yet. A little bumpy up here, man, over the ocean. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize the app did that. The app for SayIntentions. on the iPad, it actually has the route with all the waypoints and everything. That's pretty dope. Let's see what Fenix's tablet looks like. Oh, I fucking love having their tablet on here. God, that's so fucking badass, dude. That's worth the price of admission right there. Very cool.
SriLankan 115, expect the HOKEY 1 Alpha arrival. I'll have you descending in about 20 minutes. Say the word if you want to descend sooner.
Copy that. Descend in about 20 minutes. We'll wait for you to call the word Airlines 115. Alright, so they said the HOKEY 1 Alpha arrival.
SriLankan 115, call for descent. Ready.
I don't think that's the one that we have in here. Okay, it's in there, HOKEY 1 Alpha. Are we still landing on runway 36? Yeah, ILS X36. Transition Benku. I think that's what I have programmed in.
SriLankan 115, contact mail control 127.1.
Contact Mali Control 127.1, Air Lanka 115. Mali Control, Air Lanka 115, cruising flight level 360.
SriLankan 115, mail control identified. Good morning.
Yeah, see, we have one Bravo. I don't really think there's going to be a difference. Let's see here. Oh, one's for runway 36, one's for runway 18. Okay, maybe we have the wrong runway in here. I think we do. Let's see here. Yeah, runway 36. Okay, all right, let's get that. Let's go on heading mode first. Since we're changing up part of our flight here. Come on, bitch. That's the bad part about using the Xbox controller. Sometimes that kind of thing will happen. Okay. And let's go to HOA 1 Alpha arrival. There we go. HOKEY 1. Inskirted. Alright, and then we should have Benku. Alright, there's Benku. All of that looks okay. Let's get our wind pulled back in. Since we have a new arrival, let's go back into nav mode. And then I do want to look at some of these altitudes here for our descent. I just want to check it with the chart. Let's go to charts. while we have a few minutes to look at this. Oh, they might not, is this it here? I think this is it. Probably it. Okay, let's see what the altitudes say here. So we don't really have any particular altitude at all until Kavik. It's 5,500. Over 5,500. .502, and then Benku we need to be at 4,000. All right, we're close enough. All right, that works for me. All right. How long have I been simming for? Sorry, I'm just now seeing your message. Well, online, like this kind of thing, maybe like 3 years? 3 or 4 years doing this kind of thing. I've been flying in simulators for probably about 15 years. Started a long time ago on X-Plane mobile, on iPad many years ago, and then moved to Aerofly on the iPad, then moved into Microsoft Simulator, X-Plane on the computer, and now we're doing everything on the computer as much as we can. I'll be back in a minute. But yeah, man, I've been hardcore simming. HS, we've been hardcore simming for about 3 years now. And about like just kind of chilling with it for about 4 years, or about 10 years before that. All right, I'll be right back. Let's see, Mic Mini. Man, I'll take one of those wraps and a lemon lime Gatorade, and my man Lung Duck Dong wants a pineapple juice. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, I gotta talk to him, actually. Hang on a second. Yeah, I'll take one of them wraps. Co-pilot will take a pineapple juice and get me one of them lemon lime Gatorades, please. That appreciate it. Thanks, Deshaun. You're the best, Deshaun. Don't let anybody tell you different. All right, let me get rid of GSX here. Yep, been simming for a while now. I first started doing Microsoft Simulator on my iPad, actually, when Game Pass launched it, when it was available for Game Pass. That's when I started doing it on my iPad. Then I bought an Xbox, traded that one in for a Series X, and then went from a Series X to a computer. But don't sleep on them iPads, man. even a base pitch iPad can run Microsoft 2024. I just stream it from the Xbox Cloud, man. It works great. Microsoft 2020 used to work so well on my iPad. So well. An X-Plane on the iPad, forget about it, man. X-Plane is amazing on an iPad. I used to have so much fun just sitting there on my phone and on my tablet, just turning on the 737 and turning it off, and turning on the MD-80 and then turning it off, and turning it back on again, and trying to memorize everything. Let's see here. What do we know about descent? Arrival, runway 36.
Captain Greg, just wanted to let you know that I'm on my way with that wrap. Pineapple juice and lemon lime Gatorade.
You know what though? I appreciate it, but you did not have to come all the way back here to tell me. You could have just brought it. You didn't have to tell me. I appreciate you telling me. 63 tons. Alright, so far so good. Got a little bit of a tailwind. That works for me. Company message. Operations. Maybe we need the actual code. What's the code? ALK? Alright, whatever. Alright, IMM 100990. It's probably correct. Let's see here. Okay, 1099. And we have 3. Okay, so that's fine. And a glide slope at 3 as well. Yep. We're looking at 220 for decision height. Let's get this set up here. Alright, so radio, we have 220. Flight level, transition level, we'll just say 11,000. We are looking at 290 by 9. Outside air temperature is 30. Wow, that's warm. Good lord. And our Q and H's. QNHs. What's our QNHs? 1011s. Ones are 1-1. Works for me. Let's just plug in 137 here. All right, we are good to go. Gotta imagine they're gonna be having us descend pretty soon. Need one of them guys that works at that airport to squeeze you the window when we land. We got to get rid of all them bugs. All them bugs. I tried to get it clean before we left the hangar, but no such luck today. The guy with the squeegee called in sick today. He said he couldn't make it in. I want to fly the Fokker F-27 again. I haven't flown that plane in a week or so. I want to see how that thing is performing now with the new update on here. Wonder if it's flying any better now. Like if the frame rates have gotten better. That thing was horrible around busy airports. Whoa! 15 frames a second, 25, 20, 12. No good, dude. No good. And it builds. That's why nobody likes you in the builds. That's why nobody ever wants to play with you. You always get picked last during dodgeball and gym class. You got both your laces, you know, shoelaces are untied. It's not good. It's not good. Not good at all. Should we make it like midday? I mean, we did like the whole like sunrise kind of thing. Let's make it midday. Let's go up front and make sure nothing's fucked up. Yeah, a little bit. It'll be okay. All right, there's our top of descent right there. Wasn't Uncharted 2, didn't that take place in Sri Lanka? Was that Uncharted 2 or 3? I forget. It was one of those two, I thought. I remember them going to like Shangri-La and like little like weird fucking monkeys chasing them while everything caved in around them, and Nathan Drake destroyed Sri Lanka. Nathan Drake destroyed Shangri-La. Shangri-La been there for centuries, and Nathan Drake spends 20 minutes in there and destroys the whole place. Company message. Company message. Gate A9, very cool. Wow, that went down quick. One. All right, are you gonna start descending us? Hey, Chad, handle the comms on the way down, please.
Yo, Greg, I'll handle the comms for the descent.
Will you call mail control no and let them know that we have begun our descent?
Yo, Greg, I'll let mail control know we're starting our descent.
Thanks, Chad. Sound a little more upbeat next time, Chad. Like, we're going to, like, so everybody wants to come here, man. It's like, it's in the middle of the nowhere. It's paradise, man. Smile, Chad. Jesus Christ. So grumpy all the time, dude.
SriLankan 115, descend via HOKEY 1 Alpha to 4000 into main. QNH 1010.
Seriously, man. So grumpy all the time.
Via Hope 1 Alpha to 4000 into mail. QNH 1010, Sri Lankan 115.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Maldives International Airport. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of lavatories is no longer allowed. Thank you for your cooperation.
Good job, Deshaun. I'm gonna talk to somebody about getting you a raise, buddy. You need it. And deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Here's our airplane. Right on this Lido chart. Ooh, do I have a button that'll do spoilers? Actually, good question. Let me see here. I don't think I do, actually. Thought I had it set up one here. Ah, RB and Y. Okay. Nice. Okay.
SriLankan 115, contact Mauritius Oceanic on 136.74, squawk 2000.
Switching to Mauritius Oceanic on 136.74, squawk 2000, Sri Lankan 115.
I don't like that they switched that automatically for us.
Mauritius Oceanic, Sri Lankan 115. Good afternoon. Flight level 330 for 4000.
SriLankan 115, Mauritius Oceanic identified. Good afternoon.
Not too much farther. Oh, I put the parking brake on by accident. Oops. That's what right bumper and X does. Parking brake. All right, good to know. If we had no other gauges on approach other than a VOR, we'd be okay. We have a heading of 3 to get to the airport. So once this gets close to 3, then we can just go right up and then make a right. You should be lined up right with the airport at that point. See? Say? Oh, DME, okay. Wow, we might be kind of high. might be kind of high. 7:14, so we have 21 miles. Oh, we still have 33 miles to Cabot. Okay, we should be okay. I thought we were a lot closer than we were. Let's see, we have a fix of 1,500 feet. Say a 10-mile radius for our fix. Thinking we might have enough to start descending at like 1,500 feet per minute instead of closer to 2,000. But let's see what our nav continues to do. Every once in a while, we need to flex the spoilers, try to keep us at the right speed. There's a point there where we're going to be slowing down, it looks like. Yep, speed limit, so we got to get down to 10,000. That water is just glistening. Oh, can't see it there. We are getting close.
We are now on our final approach into Maldives. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them away until we arrive at the gate. Make sure your tray tables are put away and your seats are in the right position. And don't forget to fasten your seatbelt.
No, I can't move again. Fuck, man.
It's looking pretty nice. With a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Our assigned gate is International Terminal Gate 89. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yep, I can't move again. Sucks. I don't know why it is. Shit! Alright, still can't move. That's so weird why I just can't move every once in a while. There we go, now I can move again. We are getting close. Fuck, are we speeding up in approach mode? Alright, let's slow down, get some flaps down so we can get ready for landing. It shouldn't be speeding up. I put it in approach mode. Alright, here we go. Let's activate approach mode. Turn on
SriLankan 115, descend altitude 2,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 36 approach via Banco, QNH 1010.
There we are.
Descend altitude 2,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 36 approach via Benku, QNH 1010.
We'll take a look at other angles of landing after we land. we'll go back and play it back. Alright, we should be slowing down here. I don't really want to do a speed intervention type thing. I want to see if it'll start slowing down on its own. It should be. It looks like it is.
115, contact mail tower on 118.1.
Switching to mail tower on 118.1, SriLankan 115.
Boy, look at that wind. Holy shit.
Maldives tower, SriLankan 115.
Oh, never mind. It looked a lot faster a moment ago. Oh, there we go. See, back here it looks like... Okay, it's still going crazy. Alright, I'm not crazy.
Malay tower, roger.
2,500.
Sri Lanka 115, winds 280.
Flaps 3.
Runway 36, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 36, SriLankan 115.
We should just let this airplane land itself. Alright, flaps full. Let's activate the spoilers. Okay. Wish I had chase plane right now and had access to them binoculars that I used to love using so much on chase plane. I'd zoom in right now and see where that runway is, because I think I know where it is, but the level of detail is not so good. All right, 1,000. I control. Oh, it's on this side, okay.
Approaching runway 36.
Is it right in front of us? I can't tell. I think it's right in front of us. Oh, I see it now. Okay. This is weird, flying with just my thumb. I know if I had the T-LODs and the O-LODs and all that turned on higher, we'd have a little bit probably better scenery coming into here, but we'll be okay. We're a little high.
300. Minimum 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard.
With an Xbox controller, I'll take it. I will take it. All right, very good. Let's go park if we can.
0.0-6.
Exit at Delta 4 available. Switching to ground on 121.6, SriLankan 115. Malay ground, SriLankan 115. Good afternoon, cleared of runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
SriLankan 115, Malay ground, taxi to International Terminal Gate, a 9er via Delta 3, Charlie Bravo 4 Alpha. Good day.
Yep. I do not really care about landing rate when I'm using my thumb.
SriLankan 115, hold short of runway 18, citation on the runway.
International Terminal Gate, Alpha 9er via Delta 3.
Alright, I'm not playing this game of waiting. I did that last time with them. We waited forever. Let's turn off Say Intentions. Let's end the recording for Sky Dolly, and then we'll go grab some shots. Come on, computer. Okay, I think it's all done. Let's share my screen. We can get rid of Say Intentions, FSR, window capture. All right, let's do display. Let's go back to resume, and then let's go back to the beginning.
Terrain. Pull up.
All right, let's grab a shot here. We have some camera modes we can switch into. Let's get a good camera mode for departure. Whoa, why are they still on? All right, let's go back to our camera mode. That could be a cool shot for takeoff. Let's look at this here. No, maybe not. We'll see. I wish the spoilers were down. It's not really that good of a camera angle. Oh, that one's cool. Just wish the spoilers weren't up. Let me just get a couple of shots of this, just one shot of this on the wing taking off. We'll just stay here until they until we put the flaps up. Then we'll grab a couple of shots of landing, 2 or 3 different shots of landing, and then we'll call it a night. And then maybe tomorrow night I'll put this video together, put it up online. I need to figure a way to make shorts easier. Like on my phone, it's weird. When I try to make a short from my phone, I guess because I have these videos, like they're landscaped, I guess. When I go and do a short, it tries to like stretch it, so it's really strange. Like, yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult. I've made shorts before. Like, I'm gonna have to figure out what a setting is that I messed up, because it shouldn't do that. At least it didn't do it before, unless there was an update that YouTube's done recently. I don't know. It's weird. A little confusing. Last night I had to screen record the 10-30 seconds that I wanted, edit it in CapCut, make it into a regular 1x1 or a regular square kind of thing, and then I was able at that point to upload it as a short. And even then I had to like put #shorts. Okay. Let's grab it from maybe the other side this time.
Don't sink.
No problem. Yeah, let's go back a little bit. We'll go for the whole flaps deal. All right, let's go back. Right now it's at 141.54. Let's go back to 137.54. Play this. It's so weird that the spoilers don't go down. Let me check one thing out real quick. Oh shit, what the fuck? Alright, let's go back and just rewind this again for... Alright, there we go. Alright. Oh, hey! Hey! Look! I should go back and do the takeoff shots again. I'm not going to, though. I'll just make a circle and be like, look, you guys fucked up. Ha ha! Look, you guys suck. Ha 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 he ha 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 he ha ha. Man, I wish I was on this airplane right now, landing in the Maldives. Oh, God, paradise. So far away from everything bad in this world. Just around sun, tropical fruit, bikinis. That's all you need. Bikinis, barbecue, sunscreen. What else does one need? Actually, we should go... Of course I miss it when the slats are coming down. Motherfucker. Hang on a second. Let me go back and rewind this. Of course, as soon as I move, that's when the slats come down. The one shot I wanted. My nipple itches. It's weird. Weird, man. It's weird getting old. Sometimes shit just itches. Oh, I gotta get up extra early tomorrow. Thursday mornings. All right, here comes slats. Excellent. Now we can go back. Yep, and we'll just sit back here for the whole ride, and then we'll grab a couple shots from the outside. All tonight. I think it's pretty cool how they put the slat number on the wing here. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Boy, look how pretty that blue looks for that water. Man, it's delicious. Glass bottom hotels, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Maybe I'll retire here instead of Bora Bora. Get me Starlink and a one-way ticket to Bora Bora. I'll be set. I'll sell photographs on the beach. I'll take your picture on the beach. And at night, play flight simulator in the open sky in Bora Bora with the open night sky. How awesome would that be to fly an airplane just like in the open air? Just sit and fly it like with a great Honeywell system or a really good Turtle Beach system or... I think we'll do this flight again one day when we're using our flight system, our flight control system, so we can get a better landing. We might have been okay on the landing if I followed the glide slope better. We really didn't descend properly, and we had to catch up, and that kind of forced us to come in a little heavy, but it's okay. It's tough. It's different controlling it with your thumb versus using a yoke like I usually do. I know upstairs I'm playing around with Xbox controller, but I don't really ever land. Like I just play around and just fly around and just check shit out on the Xbox and then switch to a different airplane and high rises of the Maldives. Guess you need a boat to get over there, right? Oh no, look, they got a bridge. Oh, that's pretty dope. Look at that. Right from the airport to the mainland. Yeah, we should have been about 100 feet lower at this point. Yeah, we really came in too hot. We should have just did a go around. Gets better every time. Okay, let's pause this. And let's find a good angle to watch this to get on the outside here. I think that's a good one here. Let's go rewind this back a little bit. We'll grab another one from the other side. All right, let's check out one last camera shot. Let's go. Oh, that could be kind of cool, I guess. Five out of 10, no shit. 5 out of 10 on my landing, I'll take it. I'll take it being that it's a thumb landing. We'll get a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 next time when we're using our flight control system. That's a late landing too, man. All right, I'll take it. That's about it. Let's pause this. Let's stop this. Let's get out of the simulator here. All right, and I don't know. I might stream again tomorrow night, doing what I did last night, where we like cut the video up and shit. I don't know. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. If I don't, I don't. If not, I'll be back Friday night with our Turtle Beach system back in effect, so we can get a good 9 out of 10. I don't want Brian coming back again and saying, man, this motherfucker last time got a 5 out of 10, man. This dude can't land for shit. Let's watch him fuck up again. It could happen. It could happen, man. I am a real internet pilot, so it could happen. I doubt it. I doubt it, but that's about it, my friends. I will see you on the next episode of the Airplane Show. Have a good Thursday. And yeah, man, that's about it. See y'all next time. Hit like, subscribe. See ya.